mathematics class. My name is Jane, and today we are going to look at Form 4 mathematics. Form 4 mathematics, and our topic is Statistics 2. Statistics 2. I'm sure you did Statistics 1 in Form 2, and therefore let us now handle Statistics Part 2. We are going to look at this topic called quartiles. So what are quartiles? Suppose we draw a line like this, and suppose we take this line here to be a set of data. A set of data, Lana, arranged in ascending order, from the smallest to the largest, arranged in ascending order. Lana, you learn that the value that falls at the middle of that data is called the median. Suppose this is our midpoint or the middle, that value there is called median. It is called the median of the data, the value that lies there. And therefore it lies on which position, Lana? What is the position of our median? The position of our median, therefore, is a half of n, where n refers to the total frequency of the data. Now, Lana, if you look at this now, our data, after identifying the median, we have the lower part and the upper part in reference to the median. If you go to the lower part, Lana, and you get the midpoint here, or you go to the middle term there, suppose it is there, the middle value there, that middle value is called the lower quartile. It's called the lower quartile. Lower quartile. And we symbolize it with Q1. By the way, the median is symbolized as Q2, quartile 2. Lana, if you go to the upper part, and again you identify the value at the middle here, there. This value here is referred to as the upper quartile. The upper quartile, and it is abbreviated as what? Q3. Good. So, Lana, we are dealing with quartiles, and these are our quartiles. 1, 2, 3. Quartiles, Lana, divide a set of data into how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, Lana, quartiles of a data divide the data into 4 equal parts. Quartiles. Divide a set of data into 4 equal parts. Yes, 4 equal parts. Now, what is the position therefore of our Q1? What is the position of our Q1? If I may write here, the position of our Q1 is what? This is a half, therefore this is a quarter. So, a quarter of n. Okay? What is the position of our median? It is a half of n. What about upper quartile? This is the position of this is 3 over 4, 3 quarters of n. Good. How do you find the median of a grouped data? In this case, grouped data. You use this formula. Look at it. You need to master it. Median of a grouped data is given by L plus a half of n, yes, minus C over F times I. Where L is what? Because once we understand this and you did it in Form 2, we are just going to apply the same thing here. L refers to lower class limit of the median class, this one here. N is the total frequency. C is the cumulative frequency above the median class, yes. I is the class interval. F is the frequency of the median class. Learned all that in Form 2. Good. And therefore, how do you find the lower quartile, Lana? It is given by a similar equation. L plus, here now we have a quarter n, here we had a half n. And therefore quarter n minus c multiplied by I over f. Similarly, upper quartile, Q3 is given by L plus 3/4. Yeah? It's like you are referring to the position here. 3/4 of n minus c times I over f. Good. Now, number 4. So learner, after calculating the lower quartile and the upper quartile, you can be asked, number 4, to calculate the interquartile range. Interquartile range. It is got by Q3, the upper quartile, minus Q1, the lower quartile. If you go to number 5, you can as well be told to calculate the semi-interquartile range. Semi-interquartile range is also called quartile division. Quartile division. Note that. And it is got by interquartile range divided by 2. In other words, it is half. Semi means a half. A half of the interquartile range. So, in other words, it is the interquartile range Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Divided by 2. And remember, it is also called the quartile division. And therefore, with that learner, let us look at this example. The heights in centimeters of 100 tree seedlings are as shown in the table below. This is our table here. The height in centimeters and the number of seedlings. So you have these classes together with the number of seedlings or the frequencies. So the question is, find the median. And then part B, find the quartile division of the heights. Find the quartile division of the heights. So learner, for us to be able to work out these quartiles, we need to draw a table. So you need to draw this frequency distribution table. So you put your classes here for the heights, and then for the number of seedlings, that we'll take that as frequency. So learner, for us to be able to calculate any quartiles, whether median or the others, you need to put down a column for cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency, CF. Cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency column. So you did this in form 2. How do you put it down? You go to the column for frequencies. It is got from frequencies. So if this is 9, you put 9 there. You start with the 9 also. Then you say 9 plus 16 gives you 25. 25 plus 19, that gives you 44. 44 plus 26, that gives us 70. 70 plus 20 gives you 90. 90 plus 10 gives you 100. So you're dealing with 100 tree seedlings. So from there, learner, let us go to the first question here. Find the median. Find the median. We said that median is given by, median of a grouped data is given by L plus a half of n minus c, yes, multiplied by I, divide by f. Yes, so from there you get the position of the median. We said that median lies at the middle of the data. So we said that its position is a half n. And therefore in this case it is a half. Our n, the total frequency is 100. And therefore our median falls on the 50th position. So you come with this 50. You come with the 50 to your cumulative frequency column. You come with the 50 to your cumulative frequency column, and you identify where your 50 will fall. This is 9, this is 25, this is 44. So your 50 falls here. And therefore you come at the, identify this row there. So that is, so your median class, therefore, is 40 to 49. 40 to 49. So learner, from there now, go and calculate your median. Your median, therefore, is given by lower class limit. How do you get lower class limit? You come to the lower number here, you subtract 0.5. You subtract here 0 minus 0.5. So you will get 39.5 plus a half of n. A half of n, we had already calculated it here, it is 50. Minus C refers to the cumulative frequency above the median class. So you come here, this is the median class, we are considering this low. Which is the cumulative frequency above this median class? It is 44. I hope you understand. 44. Divide by F. F learner, remember, it refers to the frequency of that median class. The frequency of our median class is 26. Come and write it here. The frequency of the median class is 26. Then you multiply by I referring to the class interval. The class interval here is what? It is 10. And therefore, you write this is 39.5 plus what? 50 minus the 44 gives us 6 times 10 over 26. So this gives us 39.5 plus 60 over 26. So learner, you use a calculator and you add up with what? You add up with 41.81, correct to 2 decimal places. The nearest 2 decimal places. And so that is your median. That is your median, learner. Let us go to the second part. So part B, find the quartile division of the heights. Quartile division, learner, remember we said it is the same as the semi-interquartile range. Semi-interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1 over 2. So this is Q3 minus Q1 over 2. And therefore, learner, we need to calculate Q3 and Q1 so that we come and work out our quartile division. So let us work out Q1. Q1, our lower quartile. Lower quartile, learner, remember, we said it is got by the formula L plus a quarter of N, yes, minus C divided by F times I. And therefore, we first look at the position of the lower quartile. What is the position? We say that its position is a quarter of N. And therefore, this is a quarter of what? Our N is 100. Our N is 100. And therefore, learner, you'll see that the position, our lower quartile falls on the 25th position. Therefore, with that, you go to your frequency distribution table. Go to this column of cumulative frequencies. Check for 25. This is 9. This is 25. Come and underline this. That. It means that you are going to deal with this class. Your lower quartile falls under that class. And therefore the class is 20 to 29. From there now, get your Q1. Your Q1, learner, is lower limit of the median class. Lower limit of the median class. You come to this lower number, just like we did in the median, you subtract 0.5. 20 minus 0.5 gives you 19.5. Yes? In brackets, a quarter of n. A quarter of n we have already calculated. It is 25, right? Minus C. What is the cumulative frequency above? Cumulative frequency just above the class that you are dealing with. So we are dealing with this row here, and our class is this. So the cumulative frequency above is 9. So you come and write here 9. Divide by F. F refers to what again, Lana? The frequency of that class. So what is the frequency of that class? 16. You come and put it here. And finally, what is your I? What is the class interval of this class? Again, it is 10. So you write your 10 there. So you work out this 19.5 plus minus this, you get 16 divide by 16. And therefore this gives us what? 19.5 plus 160 over 16. You can work out this out. This gives you 10. So 19.5 Lana plus 10 will give us 29.5. And therefore that is your Q1. That is your lower quartile. Lana. We now go to Q3. We go to Q3 Lana. How do you find Q3? Q3, the upper quartile is got by L plus, remember the formula? 3 over 4n minus C multiplied by I all over F. Okay? Remember that formula. So, again you look for the position of these upper quartile. It is 3 over 4 of n, right? And our n is 100 from the data. And therefore this gives you 75. Our upper quartile is on the 75th position. You come here to the cumulative frequency. Where will 75 add on? To add on this. And therefore you identify that row. Meaning that you are dealing with which class? You are dealing with your class 50 to 59. Your class is 50 to 59. Then from there, line, work out your Q3. Your Q3 is given by L, the lower class limit of the class that you're dealing with. So 50 minus 0.5 gives you 49.5. 49.5. Plus 3 over 4 of n, we have already worked out that this is 75 minus Lana. Cumulative frequency just above the class under consideration. Cumulative frequency just above. We are here and there for the cumulative frequency just above is 70. So you come and write your 70 there. You look for the frequency. Frequency of that class that you are dealing with is 20. So you come and write 20 here, and finally the class interval is 10. So Lana, you come and work out this, that is that, plus this minus this is 5. 5 times 10, divide by 20. So this gives us 49.5 plus 50 over 20. And therefore this will give us 49.5 plus 2.5, which finally gives us what? You use a calculator and you should get 52. 52 is your Q3. 52 is your Q3. So Lana, with this now, it is now possible to get the quartile division. So our quartile division, therefore, the quartile division will be equal to Q3. Our Q3 is what, Lana? We have already worked it out. It is 52 minus our Q1. Our Q1 was what, Lana? It was 29.5. And then you divide by 2. So this gives us what? You use a calculator, and therefore Lana, this gives us 11.25, and that is the quartile division. So learner, go and practice on quartiles. They normally come in the exams, and therefore you need to work on them. So I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.